and welcome back to my channel. So today I want to make a video all about healing your inner child. If you guys are on your own spiritual journey, you will know that like healing your inner child is super important. Like, you don't even realize this, but like everyone on the external, all these problems are because people don't feel loved on the inside. It's because their inner child doesn't feel loved on the inside until they act out or they go through their ego to get money, to get status, to get fame, all to fill this internal void. And yeah, I mean, this stuff, spirituality really makes you realize that that's all any human really wants, is to be loved, to be seen, to be heard. And yeah, that's why so many people like act out. Anyway, you don't have to be one of those people to act out. You can totally take matters into your own hand and like heal yourself. So I'm gonna give you some of the tips and things I learned when I was connecting to my own inner child and things I did to heal my own inner child. First thing that's super important is you have to realize that you have to see yourself as this like little kid, because the past, present, and future are all simultaneously happening. So the version of yourself who's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 80 are all existing, because everything is happening at the same time, which I know is super meta, but that means that it's like you can really tap into this version of yourself who is younger, and that version of yourself still exists. You know, like we are all like adults, but no one feels like an adult. They still feel like they're kids like forever. That's because that part of you is still there. So you have to like have positive self-talk and quote unquote like reparent your inner child. So like think of yourself like when you are going out and about in the world, like you make a mistake. Like if a little kid was like trying to walk and they fell when they were trying to walk, would you yell at them and be like, you're so stupid, like why can't you do this? No, you would be like, oh my god, like good job, you're getting there, you're almost there, because you know this is a kid, it's their first time learning something. You should be gentle with it. So it's the same thing like when you're talking to yourself, like you should be gentle with yourself and see yourself in the same way and talk to yourself in the same way, because it's like when you're berating your adult self, you're really berating like your inner child as well. Like she or he is still within you. So have like positive self-talk about yourself. Like view yourself as this little kid, view yourself as a person who's like going through life for the first time. Like how are you supposed to know any better? You know, like one of the highest levels of knowing is I only know what I don't know. Like you only know what you know. So it's like, why are you gonna be hard on yourself for not knowing something in the past? Like that's the point of life, is you're gonna learn more and get better and get more experience. So but once you have the lens of like, oh yeah, I am doing things for the first time, I should be gentle with myself, it's gonna be easier to nurture your inner child and like nurture yourself. I'll say the benefit of this is like the world is super harsh on the external. Like there's so many challenges and obstacles and terrible things happening. It's like, do you want to go outside and then come back to your home and like still feel like another internal battle because your mind is just such a terrible, hostile place to live in? No. If the world is so external, you want your mind to be somewhere that you can come sit and feel safe with and feel comforted with and like feel nurtured by. So this is like what we're doing. Like when you are like trying to heal your inner child or going on this journey, is like, I think when you heal your inner child, you're like taking back your power in a way, because when you're younger, like you don't have any control over your parents or the love that your parents would give you. But like as an adult or even as a teenager, like you can actively give yourself the love that you wanted when you were younger. Like you don't have to like settle for less than love from other people because you're like, oh, I want to feel loved, like I need to be in a relationship with this person, I need to be in a friendship with this person. You really don't, because you can give yourself all of this stuff yourself. And I will freaking prove that to you, because once I started practicing this, I one time wrote like a love letter to myself, because I love receiving words of affirmation. So I remember writing a love letter to myself, and then literally the next day one of my friends gave me a letter, dear Jude, and wrote all these amazing things about me. Like she gave me a love letter, because the universe is reflecting back to me what I feel about myself, what I think about myself. And it's like the universe is a mirror. So once I started loving myself more people started to love me. And this isn't the first time this happened. Like another time I remember I'm like, oh, like I just want like a hug, and no one was here, or I wanted a kiss. And I remember I took my hand, I gave myself a little kiss. I know that sounds so weird. And literally that same freaking day, my mom gave me like a cute little kiss, and she was never the type to be super like affectionate. And I was like, oh my god, like the universe is reflecting back to me what I'm thinking about myself and what I'm feeling about myself. So yeah, it's super, super powerful. Like whatever love that you want to get from the external, make sure that you can give it to yourself, because you don't want to put yourself in a vulnerable position of like feeling so weak or like needy for love from other people that you're going to accept subpar love, right? And the reason why I bring up healing your inner child is because like we all accept the love that we think we deserve, and if we're treating ourselves like shit, okay, we are going to think that's normal, and when we go and try to get into a relationship, whether it's platonic or romantic, you're gonna be accepting that same treatment because you're so used to giving it to yourself, right? Like if you're always beating yourself up, if you're always putting yourself down, you're not gonna notice a difference if someone else is gonna do that to you. Like if you have positive self-talk and you're really nice to yourself and someone is mean to yourself, you're gonna be like, what, like why am I hanging out with you? I'm nice to myself. I don't need you in my life. And so many people are in toxic relationships because they're so mean to themselves. They don't know that they deserve better. They're so used to treating themselves like shit that when someone comes along and quote unquote start loving them, but they're starting to love them in a subpar way, they think it's normal. Like they don't think anything is wrong with that. And that's why this stuff is super, super important. I think that's also really, really important is letting your inner child express itself, because honestly, children or just people just want to feel seen, they want to feel heard, and they want to feel understood, and you need to give your inner child the space to do that. And like obviously your inner child is not physically here, but you can still set the intention of like, hey, I want you to like tell me everything, that whether it's in meditation, which I've done before, where you just talk to your inner child and tell them, hey, like you can tell me what's on your mind, like what happened, how does this make you feel, and give them the space to like cry or be hurt or be angry or whatever they need to do. Or you can do the same thing but with like art, right? Because like art is a way that a lot of children go to therapy with, because it's a way of expressing yourself, but you don't need to use your words. And you can do the same thing. Like you can literally create art but set the intention of, hey, I'm gonna do this for my inner child. Like I'm gonna express my inner child, what he or she's feeling or thinking, whether that's music or art or painting, whatever it is, just a way for them to express themselves. And that's going to feel so healing, because the opposite of depression is expression. Like a lot of the times people are depressed because they don't have outlets for creative expression. Like we're human, so we need to be expressing and doing things. And it's like, if you're constantly consuming, you're constantly letting all your emotions get bottled in, like you're not having an outlet for that, obviously you're going to feel like depressed. Like you're not, like we're not meant to be living this way. So it's the same thing with your inner child. Like you need to let him or her express themselves. I touched on before, but my last tip that really, really helped was learning how to self-soothe. Like if you're sad or if you're angry or if you're depressed, like learning how to pick yourself back up, giving yourself, like recognizing your own needs and asking yourself, what do I need right now? What does my inner child need right now? Because when you're upset, your inner child is also upset, and learning how to give that to yourself, whether that's a physical hug, whether it's a spa day, whether that's a walk, whether that's a smoothie, whatever it is. Just learn how to give yourself the love that you need in this moment, in like hard moments, like when you're sad, when you're upset, when you're angry. And that's going to help so much. It's going to help you feel like so much more supported in life, because you are knowing how to support yourself. Yeah, anyway, I'm gonna keep this video pretty short and sweet, but I hope you guys enjoyed it and you like these tips, and I'll see you soon. Bye.